Trustees meeting for November 19, 2025 to order at 6 o'clock p.m. We get a roll call, please.
Philbrook.
Here.
Kraft.
Here.
DeGiorgio.
Here.
Sakowicz. Here. Vincent.
Here.
Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have the board members had an opportunity to take a look at the consent agenda? Is there any deletions, additions they'd like to make? Corrections?
We need to add communications. I meant to put it at before closed session, and I just left it off altogether. So communications needs to be added, make that, and then the closed session needs to come off.
Okay. Take an F off and add closed communication.
Yeah, and I'd also like to add a conversation about cyber liability. I guess that would be G.
Item G?
Yeah.
Well, communications would be G.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
Or-
sorry.
I'm
whatever.
sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Cyber liability would be G, and communications would be A. Anybody else?
No.
Motion, anybody want to make a motion to approve as amended?
Make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Motion by Giorgio,
As amended.
support by Vincent.
Sure.
There's no other discussion. Can we get a roll call, Roxanne, please?
DeGiorgio.
Yes.
Philbrook.
Yes,
Kraft.
Yes.
Sakowicz. Yes. Vincent.
Yes.
motion carries.
I'd just like to thank Donna for her work on those amendments. That took her a bit of time. So
Yes,
she did a good job of them.
there's a lot going on.
Yep.
Right now, we'll move to item number 4, which is comments from the floor. But this time, anybody would like to come up to the podium, comment on, basically on agenda items if possible. State your name and address, and please keep your comments to a maximum of 3 minutes. Anybody? Reese? Nothing today? We'll move on to item number 5. There's no hearings and reviews. No presentations, no unfinished business, so we'll move on to item 8. 8A would be waste management expansion discussion. You have Joe, right, from Waste Management here. This is for discussion. I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to take a look at the paperwork on it. Primarily is what it is they're looking to expand the facility, the Pine Tree Acres. They're going to go from, let me see. Currently, what they have is they got about 7 years left. The 377 acre site with the total of 800 acres overall. For they're looking to add 135 acres, increase in lifespan for 25 years. This will be a little while before we get. It's got to go to the county commissioners to vote on. They'll put together either a recommendation for approval or denial. Put a resolution together. We can either adopt their resolution or make our own. So it's probably like 2 months, I think, Joey. You want to come up just to, you want to come up to the podium? Any question? How long before you thinking that you would see something more on it?
I honestly think it'll be after the first of the year before we see anything.
Okay, all right. Is there anything that I missed? I mean, basically, it's 800 acre site, going to run out of room in 7 years.
That's correct.
Looking to expand 135 acres, give them another 25 additional years.
I mean, you pretty much hit the gist of it right there.
And obviously, the practicality of trying to open up a site somewhere else is just not affordable, equitable.
And not only that, the site's already located where it's located, so, leaving it where it's at is actually very beneficial for everyone. We don't have to open up another site, go elsewhere, do all that. Yeah, and the expense of it is astronomical.
What kind of feedback you guys been getting? I know you guys did come to our supervisors meeting. Seemed like everything went really well. I mean, as far as I could see, everybody was pretty much on board with the expansion. Are you catching any kind of feedback from the communities, maybe around that site?
You know, so far, nothing that's, nothing crazy. You know, you get some of the folks that, they mention truck traffic and things of that nature, you know, residents that are very close by, maybe odors, things like that, but
The material is solid waste, it's hazardous.
that's
not
correct.
anything.
The site won't be permitted to handle any hazardous waste at all.
You are expanding to a recyclable or another area you added on to certain sections or something you can add? Or tell us
So
about that.
the facility, we just spent like $55 million on this massive recycling facility in Detroit. So along with this expansion comes free recycle drop-off for Macomb County residents
At the site, you're saying?
at the site.
What do you have, like trailers or something?
There'll be labeled dumpsters for certain things, you know, cardboard, newspaper, all
You're
that
in
kind of stuff.
Lennox Township?
Yes.
At what, for the
29 in Gratiot.
29 in Gratiot? Will it be open all the time, or is there certain hours?
So their normal business hours, I think, are 6:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. I think those are the business hours. And that's Monday through Friday.
And recycle would be available for anybody in Macomb County?
Yes.
Option they want. Right.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions for Joe? Told you.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah.
Easy.
Figured it would be an easy one, but if anybody's got anything, like I
Appreciate it.
said, I'll shoot you an email in the morning with my contact info.
That was really good. We'll look forward to it. Maybe at the time when we get the resolution. I don't know if you want to come back then, possibly.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Joe. Have a good night.
Thank you.
We'll move on to item 8B, the Macomb Agricultural PDR Committee donation. Susan, you want to talk about it?
This is something we've been doing every year. It's a pledge for $500. Probably know more about it than I do.
Yeah, it's towards basically it's towards the,
It's the closing costs for if Mark Falker's farm was
Yeah.
chosen for the PDR.
so Mark has applied the last few years and he hasn't been able to get approved. He's going to apply again. So it would go towards the closing cost, $500. Hopefully this time he will get approved for it. So,
Would that be the whole farm then, if he is accepted for the 100 acres? Is that,
so they're not going to put the house and the buildings in there, but there is 10 acres in it already. What do you think? I think
it's
it's 10
sectioned
acres.
off?
That was already put into the PDR back in, I don't know how long ago,
Right.
prior to us being here. And now he's looking to put in, I don't know if it's how many acres, 100 acres?
It's saying 100 acres on this,
Yeah. Okay. Oh, but it doesn't include the,
does
the
not include
buildings.
the buildings, the
Yeah.
home and the barn and the,
I'll make a motion to approve the pledge of $500 to Macomb Agricultural PDR Committee towards the appraisal of the Mark Walker property.
second?
Second by Buckowitz. If there's no other discussion, can we get a roll call?
Vincent?
Yes.
Sockowitz? Yes. Kraft?
Yes.
Philbrook?
Yes.
DeGiorgio?
Yes.
Motion carries. Move on to item 8C, the MI, Michigan Intermediate School District's 2026 summer tax levy. Thank you, Frank, right?
Yeah, they send this every year. We collect the millage, we take the millage from the taxes and we collect it for them and send it over. End of the year for Macomb Intermediate School District.
I want to make a motion, basically housekeeping.
Yeah, it's an annual thing we do.
I'll make a motion, go ahead and accept and receive the MISD resolution for 2026, right?
Yep. 2025 winter,
Oh, it's
Or, I'm sorry,
2026,
2026.
like summer, right?
summer, yeah.
Motion, is there a second?
Support.
Support by Susan Kraft. There's no other discussion. Can we get a roll call, please?
Rockowitz? Yes. Philbrook?
Yes.
DeGiorgio?
Yes.
Vincent?
Yes.
Kraft?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 8D, a lot depth ordinance amendment. Mr. Vincent?
Okay, so this this came to the Planning Commission as a result of the Lombardo development, and we noticed in that, as everything was laid out, that the township in one area of the ordinance has a minimum lot depth of 200 feet that only pertains to private roads. So in this development that it does not pertain at all to public roads. So it's treating the two roads differently. So we looked at it. Joe could find no reason why we have it. It didn't make any sense to keep that. So we were proposing two changes to the ordinance. And they both have to do with private roads. So you probably were able to look through the opinion that Joe sent. And basically what the Planning Commission is proposing is to remove item C5. It's a standard that requires lots fronting on private roads to be a minimum of 200 feet deep. Again, the standard does not apply to public roads. Minimum lot size and the lot ratio it already does guide lot depth, so it's not that important to have that. And then the other one was striking language in Ordinance 616517 C1, which prohibits the use of private roads in areas of the township located in the water or sewer district or in areas to be served by the water and sewer district in the foreseeable future. So that was another issue. The county isn't allocating any public roads anymore, well, at least at this point. And there was no real reason for this standard to be in the ordinance. So this passed the Planning Commission 7-0.
Isn't there some of the subdivisions currently that we have that are around the surrounding parcel that don't meet the 200-foot setback also? Or 200-foot depth, I think it was.
You know, that, I'm not aware of that. Like I say, this came to light with Mellon dating sub, because we've already approved it, and they're using a private road, and then it came up like, hey, there's lots that are not 200 feet deep here. They're more than adequate for the size requirements. There was no reason that Joe could find why they had to be 200.
I know we were looking at Hillside. I think a lot of Hillside is under 200 feet. Some in Covered Bridge, and then I think, well, obviously Menkle Timbers, same thing. So, and it didn't pertain to them. And I raised a red flag.
This says that the ZBA looked at this and referred it back. What was that?
This probably had to do with the Lombardo sub at Mellon.
Is there no minutes or anything referencing that part of it? The ZBA, is that one sentence says the ZBA referred the matter back to the Planning Commission for review the standard itself. I went back, do you remember when it was, Dana?
No, I don't.
Went to ZBA? Oh, I looked at those minutes, I didn't see reference to it.
Do you want to make a motion, Dave?
I do. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the changes to ordinance 161-517. The changes include eliminating C5 requiring lots on a private road to be 200 feet deep. It also strikes the language in 161-517C1 prohibiting the use of private roads in areas of the township located in the water or sewer district or areas to be served by the water and sewer district in the foreseeable future, or in any area of the township having poorly drained conditions or where adequate storm water drainage as determined by the township engineer. So those are already, that's the end of the motion. Just to explain that last part, those are already requirements and don't need to be listed here.
Does it say anywhere, I'm sorry, I know you have a motion on the table, what the minimum is gonna be if it's not gonna be 200 anymore? Does it specify anywhere what it needs to be?
It's guided by the lot square footage and the 4-to-1 ratio of width to depth, so that you have to maintain those.
Zoning has minimum lot sizes. I'll support your motion, David. Is there any other discussion? Roxanne?
Sockowitz,
Yes.
Philbrook,
Yes.
DeGiorgio,
Yes.
Vincent,
Yes.
Kraft.
No.
Motion carries. Move on to item 8D, Christina's Crossings, final condo review. I know we have Pete Snyder here from Urban Land and Tom Vitale, the developer. David, this would be you also.
You want him to talk first, or do you want me just to?
You can give us a summary and then you can go ahead and talk.
So the Planning Commission did the final review on this at our last meeting. Everything that is proposed is within the proper zoning for that, lot requirements for that area. We did have some just issues, not issues, but just clarified street trees issue and also the issue with sidewalks. Again, that passed the zoning or the planning 7-0.
Hi, Pete.
Yeah, good evening. Pete Snyder from Urban Land Consultants. I do need an address, 8800 23 Mile Road, Shelby Township, representing Tom Vitale from Vital Building. I'm actually the design engineer for the project. Yeah, we were at the Planning Commission, as Mr. Vincent already said, and they approved it. There were a couple conditions. There was a condition about making sure that drainage was worked out with the township engineer. We've had, I think, 4 or 5 conversations about the best way to make sure that the drainage gets reviewed and so that they don't have issues between neighbors. And we're satisfied, everybody's satisfied that will be handled at the plot plan process, just as if this were a simple split. And the same developer is expecting to build on all of these. He's not selling these. And Urban Land Consultants is expecting to do the plot plan. So we have some pretty good control about what will happen there. And then there was another, I think, condition about making sure that all of the issues on the exhibit, the master deed and the exhibit Bs were handled by the attorneys, and that's been resolved too. So I think we're all set. So if you got any questions, I'm certainly available, as is the, Tom Vitale himself, if you'd like to ask either one of us any questions.
It's on
Taft Road.
Taft Road in Fisher, on the north west corner, just west of Fisher. I mean, obviously, you've seen our review from our engineer, Joe Paquette, and he's concerned about the you've seen our reviews from Joe Paquette, and it's shows concerns with parcel that ends in 025 and parcel 033 for water shedding onto those 2 properties. I know you guys are going to address the drainage issue, but in what means are you going to?
Yeah, how are we going to do that?
Yeah.
What we're going to do that, we're going to we're showing essentially their side yard swales along the property lines to direct that drainage instead of going east to west. It'll be directed south towards Taft Road, the building area, sort of the developed area of the plot plan will come south to Taft Road and end up in the Taft Road ditch instead of sending developed water. It would be going easterly. Part of it, we shouldn't cut off all of it because that water actually is going into the wetlands area that's shown. So again, if you cut off all the water into a wetland area, you don't have a wetland anymore. So the back of the lots, the undeveloped portion of the lots will drain as it always has. And then the drainage that comes in from the north, we'll call it from off-site, from the north into the wetlands, that'll remain. But the plot plans themselves will show significant side yard swales, taking all of the site drainage out to Taft Road.
That'll go to Taft Road on the side yard swales.
Yeah, and part of, we already have to show sort of a master grading plan in order to get health department approval for the well and septic. So I was able to show Joe how it was proposed on the well and septic, the well and septic plan that the health department had already approved. So he was quite comfortable with what he was seeing. So.
I understand that there's already some loads of dirt being brought out there.
Yeah, Tom Vitale can address that himself, but yeah, he had access to some free dirt and he knew he was going to be short and he jumped the gun, quite honestly, but it's not coming in there anymore. So.
I mean, obviously the dirt's going to raise the elevation up. I mean, I don't know if you got low areas without, you can't fill in the wetland area, you know.
Yeah, it's not close to the wetland area. It's the other end of the site.
Good evening. Tom Vitale, Vitale Companies. How are you? Yeah, we had availability of some dirt while the weather was permitting, and because the site is actually low, to get it to the proper building grade, we had an ability to bring it in and properly place it towards the center of the site. A lot of that material is going to be needed to be used because in order to get the grade to plot plan levels, if not, we would have been short and then be looking through bringing that in during the winter, which would not be available. So good news is it's there, it's on site, it doesn't disturb anything, and until we break ground, then we'll be able to use it to backfill and then do grading.
You're not going to generate, you're putting basements in on those houses, or you're not going to be able to generate enough material for digging a basement?
No, there's not enough. We wish there was enough. Yeah, but they're bigger parcels, and they drop down, and to get the proper grading per what he's saying, the grading has to be appropriate, and it's going to require material. So it's kind of normal building process on when you're getting on some of these 2 5-acre sites compared to when we're doing development sites where they're normal subdivisions. Those are already kind of pre-graded in a mass form, and so you're not in need as much material. We're currently building other homes up Taft Road, which we have, and if you could see that there's quite a bit of materials needed to get these building sites to the proper grading level and drainage so that this way everything's grading properly like Pete was explaining.
I think the only main concern that we have is that you're going to change the flow of water that's kind of flowing on a northeasterly or going southeasterly from the northwest. It may end up shedding it back to the north onto the adjacent parcels, and if you bring in too much dirt, it's going to...
I can address that. Yeah, what he's saying is generally accurate. On a well and septic site, you're usually running anywhere from 500 yards to even 1,500 yards short each time you build a house. That dirt needs to come somewhere. The fill that's going in is, the fill that he brought in already is in the area of the house, in the middle of the lot, and the side yard swales that will be conveying the drainage from north to south will be installed. And quite honestly, I don't think he can bring in that much fill because he'd have to probably fill about 20 feet in order to block drainage from the north. It falls towards the site very significantly. The risk really would be that drainage got directed onto the neighboring site, east or west, rather than blocking it to the north.
I know we'll hear about it.
Just a normal building process, nothing different than we've done before on other existing sites and currently up the road that we've already built on Taft. So we're just trying to get ahead of it because obviously time is of the essence with the weather, unfortunately. If we were in the month of March, okay, we know that it's coming, but after the holiday here, all the trucking suppliers, they shut down. We won't have that dirt available, so we'll have a basement, and the problem is, we can't proceed because we don't have enough material to work. So it just puts everything to a halt. It's just proactive measure, that's all, due to the weather.
Anybody have any questions for either Pete Snyder, the engineer, or Tom Vitale? Dave, you want to finish up?
Sure. I will make a motion to approve the Christina's Crossing Site Condo Development, parcel ID 140129175-001-002, conditional upon compliance with the grading and drainage issue as noted by the engineering letter, subject to the street trees requirement and subject to sidewalk requirement or paying into the sidewalk.
Pete, did you get a measurement on the frontage on that in order to come up with the sidewalk fund? Any chance?
Okay, just a minute. It's on my plan here. 865 plus 300 plus 400. Okay, here's my total, 1327. Quarter mile.
Pete, what's the, going rate for a 5-foot 4-inch sidewalk? Or foot?
I don't know, I'll talk with Joe Paquette, the township engineer, and come up with a figure.
So is this just for the 2 parcels, Dave?
The 2 parcels have been split into, using condo, the condo development, the 2 parcels have been split into 4.
So the parcel numbers that you mentioned,
You just mentioned the 2, right?
yeah, but
Correct.
Yeah, those are the 2 existing
The
parcel
parent
numbers. Yeah, exactly.
Dave, just correct me if I'm wrong, but the 2 parent parcels are those parcels that end in 031 and 029? Or is
So
that the
we
new-
had this discrepancy before. There's new numbers, and these are the new numbers, correct?
Yeah, so they are, they end in 001 and 002.
So you
Those
have
are
it right there.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we did encounter that at the planning commission meeting as well. They started with other numbers, but then these are the current parcel numbers.
Which is correct on the site.
I'm sorry, Dave, you made a motion. I don't think anybody's seconding. We're already discussing. I'll second that. I don't have any more questions if anybody else at all. Get a roll call then, please, Roxanne?
Brad,
Yes.
Benson,
Yes.
Rockwood,
Yes.
Philbrook,
Yes,
DeGiorgio.
Yes.
motion carries. Tom, thanks for coming out. Pete, thank you.
yeah, thank you very much.
Good luck. We'll see you guys around. Thank you.
Have a good holiday.
Yeah, you as well. Thank you.
We'll keep it clean.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
We'll move on to item F, 8H, which is communications. Dorothy, want to start us out, communications?
Don't we have the cyber liability first?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's right.
So we now have a VPN on, for Mitch, and when I was talking to Centuris now, or High Tech, or IT guys, we do not have liability, cyber liability insurance. That's kind of a relatively new type of insurance, and there isn't a lot of claim history on it. So Dustin is kind of, he's not discouraged it, but he hasn't encouraged it. But now with this VPN added, they're suggesting that we might need it, want to get it.
Is anybody using a VPN currently? I know they were used during 2020.
We just added one for Mitch.
Oh, there
But
was
it's
one that
just
was
for
added.
his personal, or his work computer. He can't access, I think that they have limitations. It's supposedly very limited in what he can access, just basically his work information.
But it's on
Which
his
would be-
his personal computer. I didn't know all the details, so.
Well, a VPN allows you to access from off-site
Right,
as though you're on-site.
right.
If you had a virus on your personal computer or network that you're using, would that
Yeah, once-
infect?
Once you're in, sure.
I guess that's my only concern is
Well,
we don't
and
have
Romeo's
any.
been hacked, or they had a phishing issue. We all got emails from Jamie. I got 4 of them, and I called right away, called High Tech, and they already knew about it. That's how widespread it was.
Is that from a VPN or is that just?
No, I'm just saying, there's a lot of issues like
Yes,
this going on.
What is change, I mean, if you talk to Mitch, why is this being required?
I think he just he's here basically one day a week, and if he needs to access computers for, I don't know exactly, but I didn't see if there would be an issue. I mean, I work from home, but I work with my work computer. You know, the questions come up all the time in regards to, but, I mean,
Well, I don't know if I didn't know if you wanted maybe Dustin to come in and talk on it, or if you want to research it. It's, they're different amounts for $2,000 for year coverage, $1 million coverage. It costs us $2,000. But that is the high end. There are other lower ones. That's the only one I wrote down.
I mean, Dave, maybe you know, is this an uncommon practice to be able to work remotely?
You know, it's not uncommon to be able to work remotely. I am not at all familiar with why we would need cyber liability insurance, so I would like to look into that more.
Maybe he could come and explain it.
Sure, or you can call him and talk to him about it. He was saying that in the next 2 to 4 years, probably even BSNA will require us to have insurance like this, because there's so many people accessing it, and they take it on the chin if anything happens, so. When I
Can
talked
you
to High
set it
Tech,
up to have Dustin come in and talk, or?
sure,
just-
when I talked to High Tech, they were surprised we didn't have it already.
So this would be a policy that would protect the township if, say, we had an issue with someone locking us out of our own system.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, and it'd be, this price I got was for coverage up to $1 million, $2,000 for 1 year's coverage.
I don't know that we have too many people using it.
No, I don't think that amount is necessary, but I kind of did the high end, just, you know. And I just started, this just came up today, otherwise I would have had it in here, so I apologize for that.
Well, and I'm not sure it matters how many people are using it as much as it matters what is the target usually for something like a township, because normally they base the cost on, well, no, if somebody gets into your system and locks you out, they base what they're asking you based on how much your company or our organization makes or has.
Right.
You know, like they're going to ask, if they got into Apple, they would ask significantly more than they would ask
Sure.
if they got into the Village of Romeo or Bruce
Right.
Township. I have no idea how to gauge.
I was kind of surprised he wanted to do this on his personal, because it can be FOIA'd, anything he does now.
The only thing, he doesn't have a laptop, he's got a desktop.
Oh, I don't know.
If he had a laptop, I mean, don't we have
Maybe
2
that's what we need
laptops?
to do, is get him a laptop.
Should we have, didn't we have 2 laptops for the trustees before?
You had like an iPad.
Yeah,
Can you work from an iPad or no?
It's smaller than what Dave.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I don't think
I
that.
mean, it
And
seemed
I
like,
don't think
particular-
Apple products will do BSNA anyway.
well, and they won't service, or High Tech won't service Apple.
I think they do service them and stuff, but they won't work with, that you have to have a special program for BSNA that's not Apple. I did have a conversation with them about it.
well, for the price of the insurance, it'd be a lot cheaper to buy a $1,000.
Laptop.
Right.
All right, yeah, maybe we should,
Okay, I'll work on that for next meeting.
okay. Back to communications, Dorothy, you had a
Yeah, I was gonna say that I did, where you signed off on the election overtime, that was, just happened, and it was way under the 60 hours, I think it was 35 hours, 34
Well, it
hours?
was 34.75 hours.
Between-
Extra hours, but
Extra hours, only a few,
only
yes.
14 of those,
Were
14.75
considered actual
were overtime, yeah.
So they have to get to 40 hours before they get overtime. So from 35 to 40 was straight time, just additional hours. And so I just forward.
December 4th is blood drive here at the Township from 9 to 3. And December 1st, we'll be accepting the 2025 winter tax bills, payments.
December,
And,
what did you say?
December 1st. And I'd like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Chief?
Everybody happy Thanksgiving.
Thing going on with the fire department, all running smooth?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Vincent,
Nothing here.
Susan?
Yeah, Dorothy kind of stole my thunder, but,
I'm sorry.
no, that's okay. I'm sure you know by now, the bond issue initiative passed. It was 4,340 to 2958. We did use 34.75 extra hours for 2 people, 14.75 were overtime hours for those 2 people. That was spread out over 4 weeks and 2 paychecks. All of that was paid for by the Romeo, or will be paid for by the Romeo Community Schools. Recycling dates are set for next year. I have the list here if anybody wants to look at it, and there's some copies of it over there on the Zenza. And it looks like our next shredding date will be May 16th. We're waiting for confirmation, but that will coincide with one of the recycling dates.
And that'll
And
be
there's
here in
no
the
rate,
township?
no rate increase. That's good news. Sorry?
In the township parking lot?
Yeah.
Okay. We had our Veterans Memorial here at the park, the Stryver McVicker Post. Under the direction of Commander Troy Kozo came out and did a nice service for us. Turned out really nice. Frank and Bob came, we roasted hot dogs and everything, so it was a pretty good crowd. Weather was cooperative, so it was really nice to.
Yeah, Dorothy was there.
Were you there? Oh, yeah, that's right, you did. Thanks. Oh, it was good, so I want to thank them for doing that. Tree lighting in Village Park in Romeo, and the parade is December 4th.
Yeah,
Bacon.
December 4th.
The tree lighting will be the parade starts at 6:30, I think, and then they'll arrive at the park, the Village Park at 7 for the tree lighting. Santa Claus will be there, a lot of activities, a lot of things going, roasting chestnuts, hot cocoa, burn barrels, ice carving, other stuff, so. If you can make it, come on out, it's a good time, everybody seems to have a lot of fun. The weather will cooperate for that. And then happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and it's gonna wrap it up for tonight, I guess. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate it. Motion to adjourn?
Or
Thank you, Joe, Giorgio, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks again. Hi, Stacy. I'm down on Grass yet. Are you familiar with the Pine Tree Acres where we take all of everybody's garbage?